Welcome back to Walk and Talk. Today's day 5 of listening to a new album on my treadmill until we hit 2027, and today's album is pretty solid. The Land is Inhospitable and So Are We by Mitski is her 7th studio album and clocking in at about 32 minutes. I've dabbled in her work in the past due to my best bro showing me both Bury Me at Makeout Creek and Puberty 2. I thought both were alright, but I haven't found a record of hers that made me really jump out of my seat. So fingers crossed things change here. For the workout today, we hit a nice push day, emphasizing the chest. Exercises coming to you now. And I really hope he likes this record.
I think he'll be pleased with this one. This record, I think, is honestly my favorite Mitski record I think I've heard so far. I think this album is her most soft and lush, and truly feels like a natural progression from the teenage angst she was making on records like Bury Me at Makeout Creek as well as Puberty 2. I love the country, the gospel, and the Americana elements on this record. It feels much more refreshing than some of the loud and blown out nature of a lot of songs on her previous records that I just didn't really care for. Lyrically, I think it's also one of her most intriguing because it feels like something that only comes from years of experience in the music world. However, I will say I'm probably not the biggest fan of her song structures on occasion. I think some songs could breathe more, and I think other songs could breathe less. My biggest favorite on this record is probably going to be the track Heaven. I think the progression on this track is amazing. It even got a tear out of me, so. But other highlights for me would probably have to go to Bug Like an Angel. I really love the choir on this track, and I love how it kind of comes up and then it backs down very, very quickly. I Don't Like My Mind is very interesting lyrically. It feels like a reflection of eating disorder culture. My Love, Mine, All Mine is also a highlight. I think this is probably the most dreamy track I've ever heard from her. I think The Frost has some of the coolest guitar tones on the record for me. I love the lyrical content on I'm Your Man. I think this track is a very interesting case of the artist-fan dynamic. And then I think the closer, I Love Me After You, also hits this theme pretty hard, but in more of a victorious kind of way. My least favorite is probably going to have to go to The Deal, which I think mainly is because I feel more disappointed than hating this record because of the fact that it has a very solid progression, but I do think that the vocal mixing is a little rough, especially towards the end. So I'm feeling a 7 on this record. Definitely a lighter 7 than some of the other ones that I've gave, but still a 7. Make sure y'all like, follow, and comment anything I might have missed from this album or any other album you want me to hear. Walk On is also coming to you right now, and I will see you all for day 6. Peace out.